Good afternoon to our clergy and all who have come to join us in this commemorating of 111th anniversary of the 1915 Armenian Genocide, the first genocide of the 20th century. And special thanks to our Knights and Daughters of Vartan, officers and members who are here today. In Armenian communities worldwide and across the United States, Armenians gather to honor the memory of the 1.5 million martyrs of the Armenian Genocide of 1915, perpetrated by the Ottoman Empire. There is overwhelming evidence that the genocide occurred. The thousands of stories are horrific. My great-grandparents were trapped and burned alive in an Armenian church in Marash, Turkey. Anyone trying to escape out the doors or windows were shot to death. My grandmother survived with a bullet in her hip and walked across the Syrian desert with her siblings to safety in Damascus. I'm thankful that my grandmother eventually made it to Jerusalem and went on to build her life with my grandfather in Lebanon and then the United States.
Of the Knights of Vartan, Robert Avakian, to share his remarks.
Thank you, Chantal. Greetings, my friends. We're a national charitable brotherhood. We're coming to a town near you, so I hope when we get there, you'll be enthused about joining us. We have a lot of work to do, but want to make two shout-outs right away. That is one for Mayor Mamdani, who issued a wonderful letter. It was amazing. And also to my dear friend, Hi Gulian, who brought this all together from a lot of ups and downs this week. Big shout out. So I want you to know, I like you guys, that I'm cutting my speech in half. So, a new day and a new way may be coming when the proverbial level playing field will lay out in front of us. Validating DNA will support our platform, leading to a general reinstatement of our homeland and reparations. The current genocidal dialogue includes a whitewashing of our historical evidence. These genocidal discussions are no longer on the table, according to some sources. But remember the positive critical sparks of Hrant Dink and the thousands of humane Turks who marched in his funeral procession, and remember the estimated 2 million Armenian grandmothers who showed up in genealogy charts on search sites until they were banned by the government. This genetic connectivity cannot be denied. These embedded elements are rebonding and creating new bridges for us. Our borders should not be seen as random designations, and one man's signature to a document of falsehood does not bind a nation in its factual sovereignty. The historical accuracy of these truths will be irrefutable to those who challenge us. The repetitive cycle of pogroms, massacres, genocides, and holocausts stain the pages of our historical record, and yet they will be recognized for their relevant weight and truth one day. And the sainted martyrs will march again with us, and our purged Turkish brethren who will be legitimately re-educated on the enslavement and cultural eradication program that was used by a predecessor government will all be unveiled.
Her aşağı bu, uçma մեզ այսօր, թող մեզ բարրիս մեր, որպես ելմեք, թող մերոց բարնաբանած, և մի դանիր մեզի փորձություն, Սիքոյ արքայություն և զորություն և պարք հավիդյանս ամեն, օրգյալ եղերուկ իչնորած սրբ հոգույն, երթայքի խաղաղություն և Տեր Հիսուս խարուցյալ պրգիչն մեր, եղիցին ձեզ ընդամենեսյան, ամեն։ Աստվածորդ է, God bless you all.
Before I formally close our program today, we would like to send our gratitude and recognition to Senator Chuck Schumer. He could not make it on a last-minute scheduling conflict, but he always reaffirms his support for our community, and we know his statement will be included in our press release and remarks. This event absolutely would not be possible without the tireless efforts of the organizing committee, and in particular, co-chairs Haig Gulian, Ari Minetian, and Chris Artun. Please give them a well-deserved round of applause. We would also like to pay our respects to Sam Azadian and Hrant Gulian, who forged the path for this event and without whom today would not be possible. We would also like to acknowledge the participation of the following youth organizations in today's event: the Home Amendment Scouts of New York and New Jersey, who have held these flags all afternoon. And of course, the Armenian Church Youth Organization of America, AGBU Young Professionals, Armenian Students Association, Hamaskain Cultural Association of New York and New Jersey, and the Tri-State Armenian College and University Clubs. Thank you to all of them. And our program has now officially concluded. Thank you so much for attending and collectively commemorating the 111th anniversary of the Armenian Genocide here in Times Square. Your presence is paramount. To continue our commemoration, we all welcome you to join an event tomorrow at the Bergen County Courthouse at noon. Thank you.